Good morning, campers. Welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. We're going to try something. I have no idea if you can see this panel. Gonna try something cool. Okay. Yeah. I think we did it. I think I did it. Oh. Okay. We need to get this plane started and taxi. Okay, so can I have a checklist for this? I've never flown the 152. Fuel shutoff valve open. Ding. Brakes. Tested. And already set. Cool. Check. I think I have flown this plane, just not recently. Mixture. Richard. Tick. Tick. Carb heat. Cold. In. Tick. Prime as required. 1, 2, 3. Throttle open 1/2 inch. I think I have flown this plane. Master switch on. That's not the master switch, that's the ignition. Alternator, battery. Ignition, start. Beacon. Probably should have had the beacon on first. Alright, dome, pitot heat. Yeah, I can turn the pitot heat on now. Nav, strobe, beacon. Yeah, let's get the nav, and we'll do the strobe light. When we roll out onto the runway, let's get our pitch set for takeoff. Ding, ding, throttle. 1,000 RPM or less. Nailed it. Oil pressure, green. Oh, there it is. Getting there, getting there. Flashing beacon, already on. Before takeoff, parking rate sector, rich below 300 feet. 300? I think that's supposed to be 3,000. Alright. Okay, so I finally got a login for FSEconomy. Why are we moving? Let's go this way. I would like to talk to ground. Taxi to depart to the north.
Ground Cessna November 149 Lima Echo with Kilo request taxi for takeoff north departure. Cessna November 149 Lima Echo taxi to and hold short of runway 31 right using taxiway
31 right.
Contact tower on 119.8 when ready. Taxi to and hold short runway 31 right using taxiway Bravo Alpha Cessna 9 Lima Echo.
Okay, we don't have VATSIM on today, so we're just going to fly with the nice basic built-in ATC. Because this is my first FSEconomy flight, and I've got 2 passengers worth a decent amount of money. We're renting this plane for $80 an hour, including fuel. And we've got 2 passengers just going up to Oakland. We're at Reid-Hillview in San Jose, by the way, because this is the closest airport to where I live that's not an international airport. Of course, Oakland is an international airport, but Oakland has a nice little GA side of the side of things that we're going to fly into. Hopefully. At least I told the computer we would be flying into the GA side. That we'd be parking over there at least. Hopefully that means they land me over there as well. We shall see. If they don't quite want to land me over there, we'll request one of the runways over there. Okay, that is our hold short bar. Okay, so let's get this on altitude 1200. Perfect. Let's tune the tower on 1198. Request takeoff clearance VFR.
Tower Cessna November 149er Lima Echo ready at runway 31 right departure to the north. Cessna November 149er Lima Echo cleared for takeoff runway 31
Score.
right departure to the north approved.
Departure to the north approved. Excellent.
Cleared for takeoff runway 31 right Cessna 9er Lima Echo.
We are fighting time here because the sun is setting. I've actually rewound time a little bit because it's super late at night in reality, but I didn't want to fly at night in the game. So, you know, why not? We'll do take off 1 notch of flaps. Make that go away. Full throttle. Rotate. Positive rate of climb. All right. Making an immediate right turn to avoid a middle school. Because we're polite like that. And it's also required when you take off from this airport.
Cessna 9er Lima Echo, continue for north departure. I will contact you next when you leave my airspace.
Beautiful.
Tower Cessna November 149er Lima Echo, continue for north departure.
All right, we're looking for Capital Expressway. Capital Expressway. There we go. All right, so that means that's 680 over here on the left. I know these roads. I know these roads. I live here. Gonna keep our climb going. Coming up on 1,000 feet here. We need to stay east of 680 in order to stay out of the San Jose Mineta airspace. Retract our flaps. Keep ourselves climbing a little bit. Oh, I still had a little bit of left rudder going in. Yeah, we're going to be going almost directly into Oakland airspace. So as soon as we are released from... Whoop, apparently my... I've got a VOR tuned in. That's interesting. But yeah, as soon as we are released from Reid-Hillview, I will... start talking to Oakland. Coming up on 2,000. What's our mixture at right now? 91%? Gorgeous out here, isn't it? Yeah, so FSEconomy has been utterly slammed since Flight Sim came out, Microsoft Flight Simulator came out. So, and let's...
Cessna Papa 75, you are leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
Papa 75, they gave me my correct tail number for the plane I rented. That's cool. Acknowledge frequency change.
Tower Cessna, November. Charlie Whiskey, Papa 75 frequency change.
Neat. Nearest airport list. San Jose Jose Mineta, Carlos, Hayward. I think Hayward is Tower Airport. Class D transition.
Tower Cessna November. Charlie Whiskey Papa 75. This time Cessna 152 4 miles northeast of San Jose. Requesting transition.
Cessna November. Charlie Whiskey Papa 75 transition approved.
Yeah.
Clear of tower airspace.
Probably need to acknowledge that.
Will report clear Cessna Papa 75.
Where does that airspace start? Where is my... that's just Salt Lake. Oh, right, still at Fort Bridger. Right. I was doing other things when FSEconomy was like, you can do this now. So FSEconomy is like... where is Hayward? Is that Hayward? Yeah, that's Hayward down here. Okay, so the... Oof. Alright. We're somewhere around here-ish. I thought. We're actually going to be flying over their Class D, so...
Tower Cessna Papa 75 is clear of the tower airspace.
Cessna Papa 75 tower frequency change approved.
Alright, so... just kind of trying to make sure we're not... Alright, so that's the Calaveras Reservoir, so that tells me where we are. Calaveras, VP Cal... zoom in. There's the Calaveras Reservoir. So we're somewhere around here. So we're still just outside the San Jose Class C. And the Class D here goes up to... It is Hayward? Yeah, that is Hayward. Class C goes up to 15, or the Class D goes up to 15, and it's C above that. So T to 15. 10,000. Okay, so the Class C goes up to 10,000, or 40 to 10,000. Oh, it's so confusing sometimes. So from 4,000 down to 1,500, it's Class C. From 1,500 to the ground, it's Class D. And from 4,000 up, it's Class B. So we need to stay below 4,000. Alright, so airport list. I need Oakland. Airports farther from me, please. KOAK. Tune Oakland Tower. 124. Request full stop landing.
Oakland Tower Cessna, November. Charlie Whiskey Papa 75 is 209 miles southeast with Sierra to land.
I don't have Sierra.
Cessna, November. Charlie Whiskey Papa 75 Oakland Tower. Fly straight in runway 30. Altimeter 29.906 Windcom. Fly straight in runway 30 Cessna Papa 75.
Which one's 30? It's 30102828. 30 is the big airplane runway. Nope. Can I please have a different runway? Really? I am not taxiing that far. We're totally just going to land on a different runway. I feel irresponsible. You know what? You guys have failed me for the last time. Cancel my landing intentions.
Oakland Tower Cessna Papa 75 cancel landing intention. Cessna Papa 75 your cancellation is received.
They would never land me on that runway, so we're just not going to talk to them. It's a Cessna 152 for crying out loud. You don't land that on the big runway for the international flights. I believe we are flying over Milpitas at the moment. Milpitas. Or possibly Fremont or Newark. I'm trying to see if there's anything down there I recognize. Without, of course, dropping to such an altitude that I need to buzz the Hayward Tower. Alright, so there's 680 climbing up into the Sonol grade, so we're north of that now. That's good. So we need to keep an eye on 880, which is the interstate to our left, which is the one that goes up towards Oakland. We're good on fuel, I think. Yeah, we're good on fuel. Let's just, best mixture. I love that button. Note to self, rent something with autopilot next time. I just cannot get this plane trimmed for the life of me. You know what? We need, do I have a dome light button? Is it this button? It is. Which I can also turn off the, strobe light. Did I get that correctly? Taxi, landing, beacon, strobe, yeah. Yep. Okay, we're all good there. Give me my yoke back. Detaching the yoke to check my lights. So yeah, we're at 2,850. So we are above Hayward, and we're just going to fly into the Oakland Class Charlie. And there's no other traffic whatsoever. No one else is out here flying. I turned off all the traffic. I'm not connected to VATSIM. Just as good of performance as I can get and fly my own plane into Oakland. Gosh, it is pretty though. It really is. I like flying at this time of day because it's still like light outside, but also you get all the pretty lights on the ground. It's perfect. It's perfect. This is like the only area where I would be able to fly at this time of day because like I'm so used to being out in like Wyoming area. Like I loaded in Fort Bridger after the sun had gone down, and you can't see the ground at all because it's pitch black. There's stars, but you can't see the ground. I was going to try and just start at Fort Bridger and see what we could do, but it just, there was like no good planes available there. There were, but they were extremely expensive. Like the only plane that was at that airport that is in Microsoft Flight Simulator was a Beach King King Air. And I'm not flying a King Air for my first flight in a kind of career mode add-on. So yeah, what FSEconomy does is FSEconomy, there's a website that you pick up jobs, and it just basically gives you a reason to fly to different airports. So in this case, we have two. There's only one other. Okay, we've got two passengers. There's only one other seat in this plane, but there are two passengers supposedly in here with me. So I guess one of them is just sitting on the floor behind the seat. And they must be fairly skinny because this plane can't hold a lot. But yeah, we've got two passengers on board that we're both paying like $600 to be flown up here to Oakland from Reid-Hillview. And this plane only costs like $80 an hour to rent. So it's like, yes, I will do that. Make my first job in this game be making a solid $1,000+ and then as long as I fly the plane back to Reid-Hillview. I don't even have to pay the person who owns it any sort of bonus for not having kept it. Fly back to Reid-Hillview, pick up the third person that's supposed to go to Oakland. Alright, we need to stay above 1500 while we're over Hayward. Just double check our... so basically, once we're west of Hayward, we can descend and we'll be in the Class C for Oakland. Yeah, that's how that should work. We're already in the Class C for Oakland, but once we've overflown the Hayward Airport, which is there, we can start descending like right around here-ish. We're at 2,500. We are descending, just not like for a landing. All right, feet on the pedals. Back on the power. So this is the runway they wanted me to land on, and this is the GA side of the airport. So you can see why I was confused. So yeah, if you see these approach lights, we're going to make a left base and land on one of those runways. And hopefully that will be my first flight in FSEconomy complete. All right, let's... get our speed down here. Flaps. I'm not the most familiar with this particular aircraft, so I don't know what our approach speed is, but I feel like it's less than 80 knots. I feel like this plane can approach at like 50 knots. So I'm trying to kill speed while simultaneously descending, which means I've basically cut the engine entirely. Trying to use the trim to get a good approach here. There we go. I wonder if the game like pre-programmed the ILS for the other runway, because I noticed we suddenly lost whatever we were tuned into on our VOR. There's like no wind, so it's fine that I land here. And I think I'm still tuned into the tower, so it's once I touch down, they're going to be like, okay, call ground. They're going to be very angry at me. And continue my descent. Let's do another notch of flaps. Do I have another notch of flaps beyond this? Let's try it. Yes, we do. I am amazed there's no PAPI for this runway. There's one on the left, which I'm using. But I don't think it's going to be the most effective at this range. Alright, just landing by sight now. Just aim for the numbers. Power off. Touchdown. Ooh. That was odd. But it didn't crash me, so I don't know what that was. My hard drive was flashing, so that might have been a scenery loading in. Whatever that was. Interestingly, no one particularly upset with me for landing here. That's cool. Oh, I didn't have my landing light on. That's what it was. No, I did. I did have my landing light on. I didn't have my strobe light on. Need to peek up above the hood here. I need to see where I'm turning off. I think that's the taxiway here. Yes, it is. Let's get off the runway. Don't know what that is. Oh, that's a sign in the middle of the taxiway. Alright, so landing lights off, taxi lights on. And we're clear of the runway. So let's get our landing lights already off, strobe light off. We'll leave the nav light on for now. We'll turn off the pitot heat, and we will get our trim back to takeoff. That definitely was not my best flight, so let's just get that back to... Was I at... Okay, no, we're good. Okay. Whoop. Oh, and transponder to standby. A little plane like this would actually park way down at the end of the other runway, but don't tell them that I'm going to park over here by this lovely FBO. I don't know how the taxiways here work. I don't know when I'm allowed to turn left. We're just going to turn left. Don't ask permission, only forgiveness. I was chartered to do this flight. It's fine. I'm allowed to be here. We're just going to pull right up outside this little building. It's fine, see? But yeah, FSEconomy just started allowing people to make accounts again, and it took a couple of days, but they finally activated mine. We are here. Excellent. We're going to turn off our taxi light. We're going to turn off our nav light. And we're going to set the parking brake, which flight is logged. Results can be found at the website. Your aircraft is no longer rented. If you want to continue, you must re-rent the aircraft. Got it. And We are going to mixture all the way out to stop the plane. Beacon off. Alternator off, battery off. Ding! Okay, flight complete. Didn't give me the flight complete page. That's odd. That's a little odd. Alright, so I am going to, while we're sitting here on the ground, I'm going to pull up the website on my phone. And status, no aircraft selected. But I have $936 in the game now. Yay! Cool. Cool. That's neat. Okay. How do I look at a different airport? Search airports. KOAK. Go. Oh, there's so many passengers at KOAK. Where is this? Ah, okay. So we're gonna rent the same plane. Good, good. And do I have anybody that wants to go back to Reid-Hillview with me? UK. I don't want to fly to Ukiah. I want to fly right back to... No. Wow, I don't think there's any... Yeah, I don't think there's anyone going to Reid-Hillview. Oops. Okay, there's some folks going to San Jose though. Worth a decent amount. And also Tracy, but we're not going to Tracy. We're going back to San Jose. So yeah, I'll just take two of these people going to San Jose. I think I can fit both of them. Shuttle passenger, shuttle passenger, cool. Alright, and add those assignments to my flight. And now open my flight. Okay, so I've got the same plane rented again. Yes, I've got the same plane rented again, and I have 2 passengers, no seats available. How's I on fuel? I think I did pretty well on fuel. Can I get the, I need my battery back. What's it? Alt F? No, Alt L. There we go. Hope I didn't do anything weird with Alt F. Battery master. There we go. Okay, so yeah, we've got plenty of fuel to get back on. Oh, right. Mixture, full rich. And we should not need to prime the engine at all. Oh, successful start. Excellent. Yeah, okay, cool. I forgot to turn the beacon light back on. Oops. Alright, alternator is on. Alright, and... Cool. So we are prepared to just fly direct back to San Jose. File. Action. Start flight. Okay, yep, we've got our passengers, we've got our fuel. We are good to go. All right, let's get rolling. Taxi lights, we're just not going to talk to, we're just not going to talk at all to air traffic control. 'Cause we just want to get right on out of here. Back to San Jose before they even know we're gone. So yeah, I like this. It was actually way easier to install than I thought it would be, FSEconomy. You have to install like 2 little things, but they're both teeny tiny. It does seem to hit my performance a little bit, but as long as I've got other traffic turned off, it's not much of a hit to my performance. That is a runway there, right? Yes, 28 right. I should be not going right. There's the touchdown markers for 28 right. Come on, plane. I just realized I just kind of assumed the weather in Oakland was something like what it really is right now. I didn't check to see what the weather in Oakland really is in the game. I might have made a huge mistake. Alright, stop here. No, don't want that. I want to get back inside the plane. Alright, so altitude, taxi lights off, landing lights on, strobe light on, pitot heat on, trim is set. We've already got our fuel set. Yeah. Yes, okay. And I think we're ready to take off. Let's turn off the cabin. Oh, that's Alt-L. There we go. Cabin light. Way less obtrusive now. All right. Can I keep the taxi light on? Yeah, there we go. We're going to keep the taxi light on while we pull out onto the runway, just because it lights everything up a little bit better than the landing light for some reason. It makes no sense whatsoever. The landing light should be the bright one. Do 1 notch of flaps for takeoff. All right, there's 28 right. Full throttle. Release the brakes. Correct for the propeller, the P factor. Oh, we're airborne. Not much speed yet. That's okay. Gain speed, retract the flaps. Don't sink. Yeah, there we go. All right. Let it climb. We retracted our flaps already. So we can turn off our taxi light and our strobe light. Just go ahead and turn off the cabin lights while we're at it and just enjoy this lovely view out the window. Lovely Bay Area sunset. All right, let's begin our right turn. Flying over Alameda here. The Alameda Naval Base is a little bit down there, like where our strut is right now, our wing strut. There's an old naval station there. It's where the Mythbusters film a lot of their stuff. So I've actually been to the Oakland airport before. I've never had a flight there or anything, but I've picked up cargo there. When I was a student truck driver, my trainer and I, since there were once I had passed my CDL exam, I was permitted to do team driving, and Oakland ships a lot of FedEx loads by truck. So we picked up a load of FedEx cargo, just literally packages they just threw into the back of our trailer. And we took that up to Portland, my trainer and I. So it's like solid two-shifter. So if it was a single driver, that would require an overnight. But since you had two drivers, me and my trainer, I drove the heck out of the first leg, and then I went to sleep, and my trainer did the delivery. And so we were there by midnight. It was great. So yes, I have been to the Oakland airport. In an 18-wheeler, and they actually let you go onto the tarmac to load FedEx packages. You have to be escorted the entire time, like one of those little baggage handler trolleys drives along with you. It's kind of great. We are officially above the altitude for Hayward. So I believe I already see San Jose Mineta. So we're going to angle towards them. Back off on the throttle a tiny bit. We're landing at an international airport with a Cessna 152. That's going to be fun. Alright, so let's do our mixture. Alright, that's the Flight Simulator Best Mixture button. The patented Best Mixture button. It's probably not patented. Let's bring up our ATC. Let's see if San Jose does better than... see if San Jose does better than Oakland did. Nope. Moffett. How is Livermore closer than San Jose? We're just going to request a full stop landing.
San Jose Tower Cessna, November. Charlie Whiskey Papa 75 is 23 miles northwest with Alpha to land. Cessna November. runway 30 right.
Left downwind for 30 right.
Decimal, neither 4 with com.
Oh, okay.
Fly left traffic runway 30 right Cessna, Papa 75.
I like that at this airport I can pick a different runway. It doesn't make sense, but whatever. I don't know why I couldn't pick a different runway at the last airport, at Oakland. 30 right, but left downwind, which means I crossed the final approach for 30 left on my downwind. That makes like no sense. That's Moffett. Where's San Jose? There's San Jose. Yeah, those are really close together runways too. Okay. It doesn't make any sense, but you know what? We'll go with it. We'll continue to aim at SJC, and we'll just enter a left downwind. Remembering a left downwind means you're making left turns as you go around the pattern, so we'll keep the airport on our left, and we'll fly parallel to the runway. And then we'll make a, we'll start our descent and just make a left turn once we're cleared to land. We'll start our descent as soon as we pass the end of the runway. And then when we're cleared to land, we make our base turn and set it down. Should be nice and simple. I hope. If we get this thing trimmed out decently, I will, if we get this thing trimmed out decently, then I will actually, like, turn this light off so we can enjoy the view. Let's check our map here. So I just want to make sure, yeah, so 3000, we are going to stay below the class Bravo. And we'll just enter directly into... Ooh, actually we need to stay... Ooh, we need to make sure we're not flying towards Moffett. Pretty sure we're flying towards San Jose, but I should definitely double check that. Okay, there's Moffett, there's San Jose. So this is where we're flying towards. That's good. Oh, if I just open the FSEconomy in the Steam web browser, I can just do all that stuff from inside the game, air quotes, and y'all can actually see it. Okay, we'll do that next time. Sorry about that. Could have been better. Wow, this is a really pretty game at night. I haven't flown at night, like, hardly at all in this, so I haven't... Oh, this is cool. You can actually, like, tell where you are by the city lights. I've been avoiding flying at night because I'm so used to being in places that aren't this well lit. I'm like, I'll never be able to figure out where I am. Ah. Is altitude good? Oh, we're at like 2,300. We need to not do that because we want to make sure we don't fly into the class Bravo. So we are currently around here, I think. Yeah, I think. Let's pop outside real quick. Okay, so we're currently... Oof. Can I zoom in? Nope. Okay, so I think we are about to cross this bridge, so I think we're flying in towards... there. So as long as we stay below 3,000, we should be good on the Bravo, and then we'll be flying into the Charlie for San Jose. So above 1,500, below 3,000. So actually I think Palo Alto is over here. I think this is Moffett, and I think this is San Jose. Which, interestingly, Moffett doesn't have a blinky light, but it is extremely well lit. Somewhere down there is a Tesla factory. I can't believe we're about to land at an international airport in a Cessna 152. Like an international airport that does nothing but international flights. Ah. Hey, such is the fun of FSEconomy, apparently. Hey, we're about to walk out of our first hour in the game with over $2,000, I think, or close to $2,000. Which I think is okay. I don't know. I took 2 green jobs that both paid a decent amount for like 30 minutes of flying. Like more than literally anything else that was available. So, I don't know. And by flying the plane roughly back to where it belongs, we are saving some money there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's San Jose in front of us. What is the altitude of the San Jose airport? 62. 62 feet. Got it. I love sea level airports. So our pattern altitude is going to be about 1,000 feet. We want to get closer to the airport before we start descending towards that, though. Because we do have other airspaces that we have to fly over. I get a little nervous when I feel like when the plane's not getting rocked by the wind, because I'm worried the game's frozen. But as long as the lights keep blinking, I think we're good. Remember an hour ago where I was like, I don't like flying at night, so I changed it to be day, and now it's night again? Time, man. Time catches up with you. It's like approaching midnight in reality. I need to go to sleep soon. I have to work tomorrow. So yeah, so there's not going to be as many videos this week. I'm going to try and record stuff after work, but I'm actually going to be pretty busy this week because my boss found something for me to do. So yeah. A little less flying, a little more driving. That's how I like it. So this is the point where we would be extremely terrified and would be watching the runways like a hawk, because we are basically directly in the flight path for any jets taking off. But we are talking to the tower, so they would warn us and probably give us vectors to cross at a specific point. Can we see Moffett? Yeah, there's Moffett. I think so. Moffett, I think, is a NASA facility. I think that's also where a bunch of the self-driving companies do testing. I've never been there myself, but I'm sure it's fun. I drive on real roads. Let's back off on the throttle and start descending to 1,000 feet. All right, so we are going to be landing on runway 30 right, which is the farther runway. $1,700. $1,500. $1,200. All right, we're just going to use our pitch to start to get us flying level, so that should bleed speed instead of that should be decrease our speed rather than having to increase our throttle to hold the same speed but fly level. Okay, that's pattern altitude. Let's drop our flaps one notch. There we go. It's a big, complicated airport, this place. Drop a second notch of flaps. Hold the nose down. Okay, we've passed the end of the runway. Start descending. Expect our clearance to land soon.
Cessna Papa 75, clear
There
to
it is.
land runway 30 right. Wind calm.
Wind calm. Perfect.
Clear to land runway 30 right Cessna, Papa 75.
Make sure we line up for 30 right. As we cross the final approach path for one of the busiest runways in the entire area. Alright, you can keep descending, because we do have outer marker. I think. Alright. Cross the threshold, or we're over the displaced threshold. We're just nice steep descent here. We've got all the runway in the world. There's the numbers. Just let the plane set itself down. Not bad.
Cessna Papa 75 exit runway when able.
Working on it.
Cessna Papa 75 contact ground on ONE 21.7.
121.7.
121.7 for Cessna, Papa 75.
I would like a taxi to parking, please.
San Jose ground Cessna November, Charlie Whiskey Papa 75 taxi to parking.
Cessna November, Charlie Whiskey Papa 75 taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway Echo cross runway 30 right cross runway 30 left Bravo.
Echo cross 30
Taxi to
right,
general
cross
aviation
30
parking
left.
using taxiway Echo cross runway 30 right cross runway 30 left Bravo Cessna Papa 75.
Alright. You know what? We're just going to pop our parking brake here. Boop. Oh. There we go. Flight logged. Aircraft no longer rented. Success. Okay. Let's see how we did. We're just going to go ahead and exit out of this main menu. So it's not quite all the way back at the same airport, but it's close. All right, let's just reload that page. Cash balance 1,846.56 in 0.92 hours. I think that's pretty good. I don't know if that's good or not. I have no idea if that's good or not. Logs. Okay, so we earned 936.58 on the first flight, 909.98 on the second. So I feel like that was pretty good. I feel like that wasn't bad. Hey, if that's my first time playing FSEconomy. I've never done it before. I hope I hope it continues to be interesting as we start just grinding up the money to try and get our own plane, something ideally bigger than the Cessna 152, but we'll see. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. My name's Eliodare. You can find me on the internet at Eliodare on Xbox Live, Steam, Nintendo Switch, and Twitter. Twitter's the place I am all the time. So that's the best place to get a hold of me if you want to talk, or you can leave comments below the videos because I do read them all. Still a tiny channel. So yeah, that would be great. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day.